So I was looking for some fun challenge runs of games to do, and I fell upon this one run where you have to beat all of Cuphead with the uncharged charge shot, which happens to be the worst gun in the game. It makes every single boss in the game way harder than they have to be. I also stream this entire challenge on my Twitch, so if you have the time, make sure to go check it out. It means the world. So first, we had to get the charge shot. And all I had to do was beat the first 2 running guns and get 8 coins. Easy. And now, the challenge begins. Well, not really, because the first few bosses were actually really easy. And after this run started, I thought I wasn't actually going to have much fun because it was going to be too easy, but I was sorely mistaken. So I got my first super, and I moved on to Keggy Carnation, the first challenge of this run. I even thought this boss was going to be easy, but it wasn't. He has this attack where he shoots seeds up into the sky, and when they hit the ground, they all do different things. There's this one pink one that you can parry, and this purple one that you can't, and I got them mixed up a few times. This attack was so annoying, but after I got the hang of it, I started moving on to the third phase, where I only died a few times before I eventually took him out. Then I quickly beat the plane boss and moved on to Inkwell Isle 2. Inkwell Isle 1, more like Inkwell Isle done. This is where the challenge really begins. The first boss of Inkwell Isle 2 was the clown boss, who I thought was going to be easy, but was definitely not. Specifically, the second phase. He shoots these balloon dogs at you, which are really annoying to dodge, but luckily, you can shoot them and take them out. Unfortunately though, my gun is really bad at doing that because it's really slow and hard to aim. Why is this the hardest one I've done so far? This clown's supposed to be easy. Once I started to beat the second phase consistently, I thought I had this fight down, but I was wrong, because of the final phase. I always remembered this part of the fight as being really easy, but once these penguins started to spawn, you can probably tell I wasn't having a good time. These stupid fucking penguin clown. But eventually, I got the hang of it and beat it. Let's go! No, let's go. Oh my gosh. I finished another running gun to get the smoke dash. Once I had the smoke dash, I quickly cleaned up the other bosses in the isle. Other than the dragon. I thought that this fight was going to be really easy because of how quickly I got the hang of the first 2 phases. But the last phase was so annoying. I even got this super close attempt. No, it just clipped my foot. No, you gotta be kidding me. I finally got the fight down and moved on to Inkwell Isle 3. And then I fought arguably the hardest boss in the entire challenge, the bee. During this boss fight, the stage moves and it's extremely hard to navigate. I was dying all the time, so I decided to come back to this fight after I had a bit more practice. So this brings us on to the pirate fight. The beginning of this fight is really easy, but the last part of the fight is where it starts to get really hard. This is mostly because my shot was doing no damage to the boss whatsoever. It was super hard to hit it. But after a lot of practice and saving up my super for the final phase, I got this fight down. Then I beat Calamaria super quickly and went back to the bee fight. I cut out most of the footage of me dying because this fight took me way too long. Then I quickly took out the robot, the actress, and the rat. Now the only thing standing between me and Inkwell Hell is the train boss. This fight took me so long because I kept on losing health during the first phase, but after a lot of strategizing and realizing when to use my supers, I eventually got this fight down. Almost done. And now for Inkwell Hell, starting with King Dice. Really scary, but I had this strategy where I was going to go on every single one of the extra health blocks to bank up enough health for the final part of the fight. And while the first attempt of this fight didn't go well at all, I got him on my second attempt because I banked up 6 HP for the final part of the fight. And now for the devil, what I think is the hardest fight in this entire challenge. It took me so many tries just to get down to the second phase, and that's just when the fight starts to get hard. I cut out so many mistakes and close calls, but I eventually got this run. First try. I didn't even try. I was starting for content. First try. This challenge was so much fun to stream, and I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Thank you. YouTube.